All right, guys, we'll quickly do a recap on those trades last night. Now, we didn't use our EA, okay, as you're well aware. We just went in with MetaTrader order two positions, but with no EA to manage them. So we just let them go. That was our entry set up here. I was playing around and chatting about other stuff, so I actually missed the entry itself. But it was still a profitable trade. So our entry was good. It was up here somewhere, and we put a buy limit. So it was actually a better price to get in using a limit order than it was to use the EA. It mucked around. I didn't watch it do this, but it came all the way down and almost made a double bottom. That's why your stop should be under the swing low. We survived it. It went up. It probably got to T1. From memory, our stop was what, 26 was it? Well, I actually got well beyond T1. So if you had the EA set up, you would have got to T1 and you would have been stopped out, possibly stopped out on a retest here. I didn't close any positions out. I just held. When I got up this morning to check the market on rollover, I was sitting about here somewhere. It's one of these 15-minute candles. So as I do, if I haven't limited out on these short-term trades, I just close it. I don't worry about, as it turned out, I probably would have reached a full target. Actually, sorry, no, because it was 8,500 I was going for, so I wouldn't have made full target. If you watched it closely all morning, you probably could have got a bit more out of it, but I'm not into that. So I closed mine out down here somewhere for a plus 0.5 unit trade. Sorry, 0.6. Plus 0.6. So for me, trading at 1%, that's 0.6%. That's okay. Better than minus, isn't it? And considering we didn't have any 1 hour or 4 hour setups, we just had to go with what we found, and that was that's what was installed. So plus 0.6. How did anyone else go? Did you get different? Did you close it out this morning? Did anyone stayed up and manage it? So you hang in there, Shane. 1 unit, nice, good work. It's a good trade. For those who don't know what a unit is, it's your risk. 1 unit equals your risk. Whatever size your stop is, if it's 40 pips, a unit is 40 pips, etc. I'm not too phased on the number of pips. It doesn't really mean much. I would rather work in units. Some people may know it as profit factor. Your risk, whatever the size your stop is, equals 1 unit. So I would much prefer to talk in units, especially when people trade with different lot sizes, different risk. It doesn't mean much to me, but we both got the same risk, the same stop size, so it's a unit. I know if you've traded and you've made 2 or 3 units, you've had a fantastic session. Quarter 0.25. Yeah, I got 0.6. So that was the Aussie yen. Now the other trade was the US CAD. It went very well. It was a nice entry pattern. You can see here a retrace to the mid band and a nice big engulfing candle. Again, I was chatting and looking at other charts, and I actually missed the exact entry, but when it broke down here, I just used that recent low. There's a round number. I didn't know if it was going to make it back to there, so I just put my sell limit 2 pips below the round number, so that was 0, and my limit was at 98. It came up and filled it. It obviously went a lot further, but we didn't know it was going to do that. It retested the mid band. Our stop was up here. It dropped down well into profit before retracing almost to our stop again, retesting that level here. Well, we still had a bit of room before moving on in the US session and smashing through our target. So that was a nice plus 2.2 unit trade. So that's a very nice trade, isn't it? Just goes to show if you get the setup right and you position size correctly, it doesn't matter if your position size the same as you do on a 4-hour chart or a daily chart or a 15-minute, if you're still trading with that 1% regardless position sizing, this comes into play, doesn't it? I mean, it only moved about 50 pips, but it was quite a nice return. So that plus our 0.6 first trade equals what? What's our net for the evening? Not bad, is it? 2.8. Now, again, if you're trading at 1% risk like I do, that's a 2.8% return for the night. If you trade with 2% like a lot of people do, obviously you've done extremely well. So, little scratches, but it turned out to be quite a reasonably profitable evening.